Hi, my name is Kate. I'm also known as Two Little Kits. Welcome to this FlossTube. I think it's number 26. That's pretty bad. I think it's 26. Anyway, I've got a couple of things to share with stitching stuff. I actually have a finished piece to share, and this is gonna be a pretty short FlossTube most likely because, well, I'll explain later. So let's get started. So we're gonna start off with works in progress because that seems like a great place to start. I'm gonna overlay myself with a photo of part 1 and part 2 of Satsuma Street's Stitch Along. I finally completed it, but I will now show you that I haven't really gotten very far from that photo. The reason I want to share a picture of it is because, as you can see, I've shifted my fabric down so I can work on part 3 and part 4. I'm extra behind now because part 5 was just released this past Thursday evening. So yeah, but it looks super cute. I'll show you a close-up of the animals that are there. See the little lion's face and whiskers and the mane on the zebra and the little legs and stuff. All the little back stitching is done. So that's pretty cool. And I was working on this for my latest stream that I did, which I've just realized I haven't uploaded to YouTube, so I should do that once I finish this video. If you didn't catch that stream, I decided that for part 3 and 4, I would work on each color backwards. So yeah, I'm starting with the white this time, and I haven't looked at this for 2 days or something. I'm pretty sure it was Friday. I'm recording this on Sunday at the moment. But I think I've miscounted already. So yeah, but it's happening. And part 5 is really cute. Probably not as cute as like the second floor, but part 5 has a little giraffe with its head like coming out and of a window kind of thing. Hard to explain. But yeah, so this is still fun. I'm still like about all the colors, to be honest, but it's fun to work on, so that's what matters for me with this right now. So that is that work in progress. I only have one more work in progress, and it's really not a lot of work that happens to it. I'm just gonna move my floss out of the way. But it's Pretty Little LA. I've just done a bit more of the same green, basically. I need to sneeze. Don't you hate it when it doesn't happen? Yeah, it's not gonna happen. Anyway, I haven't done a lot on this. I haven't had much time to do much of anything, really, which is sad. I've got all these design ideas, for example, and I just don't know where the hours are disappearing to, honestly. But yeah, that's happening. And a reminder, both of these pieces, there's no rush because they're both for me. So yeah. So moving on to my finished piece. It's not finished, but the stitching's all done. I just have to put it into a hoop. But it's this piece here. So if you watched last fortnight's FlossTube, you might be like, why have you got this still? And that is a good question, viewer. The reason I still have this is because my youngest, so this is for my youngest's first kindergarten teacher this previous school year. She went on maternity leave in March. She had a baby, and she came to visit for 2 days within the last fortnight. And so one of the days was the very last day of school, and unfortunately my daughter came home from school with the start of conjunctivitis. So I was like, well, I don't need to rush to hoop this, basically, because she was definitely not going to be fit to go to the last day of school, which sucks because it's the only day of school she missed. So she was pretty devastated because they had all these games and stuff planned. But yeah, so is stitched and it's been washed and pressed, and I just need to put it in a hoop. And I have the teacher's email, so I'm likely going to send an email, and if she doesn't get it, that's fine. But my plan will be to see if like I can mail it to her or something like that. Or worst comes to worst, I'm going to see her at the very end of August anyway, when school starts up again. So yeah, but it's super cute. I started stitching this on stream this previous Thursday because I had done this much. My plan was to do like a little bit of detailing, so like French knots and stuff like that, sort of just around the flowers, and I started it and I did like half a dozen French knots, and then I stopped for a second, looked at it, and I'm like, ew. So I cut them out before like I started doing those French knots. I was like, this is nice, I like this. I don't know, I just wanted to be a bit extra, but yeah, I'm happy with how it's turned out. So woo. So that's my finished piece, and yeah, that's all I've got to show this fortnight. Not really gonna do segments, basically, just I think it might just be a word vomit FlossTube. I have been putting together an order on 123stitch.com. Part of it is like bits and pieces to hand off to my mum for when she visits at the end of next month, and some bits and pieces for me, and like probably some more fabric, because when I do an order through there, I kind of want to like get as much put together as possible, because they just have flat rate shipping. So if I only want to order like 2 things, then it feels a bit wasteful. Yeah, I've been thinking about like what kind of fabrics I'd like and what sizes, because as I've mentioned a few times, like I've been doing this and this on 18 count, and I'm thinking for future projects for myself that I might want to look at getting like nice colored 18 count fabric, which is not as common, unfortunately, but you know, they could still be fun. So yeah, I've been ruminating that in my noodle a bit, and I need to go through my floss stash and see if I've got anything missing, or see what is low on stock, and I will put through a big order. Basically, I need to try and do that early this week, so that'll be exciting. I like getting new things, and then I'll have things, hopefully, because I would hopefully get it within 2 weeks. I should have cool things to share as haul. I don't have any new things that I've bought this past fortnight. I did actually go to the craft store and get like 2 skeins of color or something like that. Oh, that's right. I've got them here. I just got some more white. Very exciting. What else has been happening? I'm going to be collating all of my ORT pieces, or my scrappy pieces of floss, because I've got sort of catchments in I have catchments in random places. That's what I'm trying to say. And so I'm going to put them all in my final jar, because I like to sort of take stock, I guess, in a way, at the 6-month mark, which is so soon. Oh my gosh, tangent. I was talking to one of my daughter's therapists. I am not speaking very well today, I apologize. About like the next couple of weeks with her sessions with that therapist in particular. And she's like, yeah, so next week I'm out, so we won't be able to do any of the sessions then. And the week after that, we can't do Monday because it'll be 4th of July. And I'm just like, hold up. What? Like, how is that already almost here? That's just crazy. I wrote the date today, and yeah, I'm just shooketh. So, but it also means that I'm coming up on 1 year of FlossTube videos. So I've been sort of trying to think if I want to do anything for that. I don't know. I might do something. If you've got any ideas of some way to celebrate, I'm thinking like, I don't know, a small giveaway or something of even just a bunch of my patterns for free. Like, you can pick and choose X amount or something. Or maybe even like, I'll put something extra cool in this 1, 2, 3 stitch order and do a physical giveaway. Ooh. Anyway, let me know in the comments what you think would be a pretty cool giveaway prize. So yeah. So some stuff that's been happening just in life. My kids had their birthday party. It was a lot. They both had a great time, so that's what's important. Lots of kids came. We didn't exceed the number that they told us that we could have, so that was like, phew, for me. My oldest, who is special needs, was extremely overstimulated and pretty much just wanted everyone to go away so she could have the whole place to herself, including the bouncy house. My youngest thrived on having the spotlight on her, basically, because her older sister just didn't really want to participate that much. Yeah, all the kids had fun. My kids had a great time. The cakes were a bit of a disappointment, I'll be honest, especially given the price. What can you do about that? My request for no presents was very much ignored, which was tricky once we got home. My husband was like, so I'm gonna just organize the presents and so you guys just go with mum and be distracted, basically. And we had to do a little bit of shuffling because we wanted to make sure that both of my kids had at least almost an equal amount of presents. And in the end, they had the same amount and they were none the wiser. So yeah, the place we went to, I don't know if I mentioned it last FlossTube, was the place that we've been going for martial arts. And so the girls are familiar with that place from 3 months of going there. And they were amazing. They ran a really tight party and there was no boring parts, so that was great. My kids are officially out of school. They finished this previous Tuesday, and it's been kind of quick, which has been nice. We haven't done a lot yet. It's kind of been a lot of calming down and unwinding from the year of back at school and first year at school, because my youngest was in kindergarten. And obviously the year before, my oldest, she was in grade 1 and she did the whole year virtually. So like, it was a big difference. They both keep asking when they can go back to school. So that's good, I think. So I'm planning on printing out a really big calendar that I can note down things that are specifically happening, like big stuff like summer school and things like that. And putting that up somewhere so we can cross off days and we can all see what's going on and blah, blah, blah. So that'll be cool. My girls are excited about having a big visual calendar of the summer break. Plus it'll help me. The last thing that I want to talk about is I've been posting on Instagram in my stories about having a really tough time in my personal life over the last few days. I'm not ready to talk about it just yet, but I did want to sort of acknowledge the potential elephant in the room, that everything is okay. I'm just having a really tough time mentally. It's likely not going to get easier for quite some time, but I'm just taking it a day at a time right now. Yeah. That's a thing. Oh, and lastly, I went to the foot doctor this past week and I have to get an MRI done on my foot, which, yay. But it is very likely I'm going to need to have surgery on my toe, which is just like, okay. And I have a new moon boot that is a lot easier to walk in. It doesn't go all the way up to the knee. It's like halfway up my shin. And I just need to wear it when I feel like it and when I feel like I need a bit more support and my toe starts to hurt and things like that, which is not as common in the past week because a lot of the times when it was hurting, I was on my feet constantly, like getting the girls from school and doing after school activities and all those kinds of things. And now we're at home a lot. But yeah, it's nice to have that as a tool I can use. And I also got a strap-on brace thing that is apparently meant to be used for turf toe, but according to my doctor, will also help me with my situation. And it means I can wear that when I do martial arts and have a bit more support. So that's cool. He was like, yeah, obviously martial arts, if you stopped doing that, it would probably help your toe, but it wouldn't help it get better. So if it makes you happy, keep doing it. I'm like, cool, okay, I'm gonna keep doing it then. That actually, lastly, I'm still doing that. It is still hard. It is only gonna get harder because the summer is happening and I already get super sweaty during class, and I'm looking forward to winter. Just so that it's not as warm, because it's like a regular gym. It just smells like feet and it's hot all the time in there. But I did get a new t-shirt that I can wear there. It's like a specific one that you can wear during summer at the location. So anyway, I think that's kind of everything that's happened. That was actually a bit longer than I anticipated, so yay. I would love to hear from you. Let me know what you've been stitching, what you've been up to, and maybe what kinds of things you'd like to see from me regarding patterns that are coming out. I am going to reach out to my 2 test stitches hopefully soon. So if you're watching, just hopefully I've got some things that I can share to get you guys to help me out, which is more of a kick in the butt for me to actually make some patterns. So, because I didn't get the one that I wanted to get done that I mentioned last time done during this fortnight because life. Oh well. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you around the internet. Bye.